So here I am back talking about American domestic politics again. What a shocker, right? Um, this is obviously likely about the current occupant of the White House, the Donald himself. According to him, everything is great right now. He's gaslighting the American people, telling them the economy is wonderful, inflation is down, all this BS, right? Like, you know what you're feeling, you know, but it's just his refusal to take responsibility for anything or believe in anything actually factual, yet alone say it one thing honest. It's like this guy lying to him is like second nature. It's like the first thing he does when he wakes up and the last thing he does before he goes to bed. Lies and lies and lies. I think this guy almost believes his own lies. But he will refuse to own responsibility for the flailing economy. And the reality is, he did it. He's been in office for a whole year. He promised to make things better from day one. And all he's done is make things worse. And the evidence bears will speak for itself. So it's amazing to me that what's laughable is he cannot get the last administration out of his mouth for 2 seconds. It's like, well, I had to deal with so much and I got inherited the worst economy ever and all this BS, blah, 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 blah. Every president kind of uses that as an excuse. Well, I had to take over and handle the last administration's problems. Fair enough, inflation was a problem. It's been a problem for a while, but does he forget during his first term? Let's be honest, during his first term, we had the COVID crisis. Then we had supply chain issues. So he lost re-election. The other guy took over and had to clean up his mess. So he serves a term. 4 years later, he gets back in. Now he's going to go back and blame the guy who was in there before him cleaning up his mess, which I find funny and rich because, again, everything was Biden's fault, apparently, according to him. Biden, I had to clean up still with so much and I had to fix so much of Biden's stuff. Oh, Biden this and everything is Biden's fault. Oh, so the failing economy is Biden's fault. Your retaliatory tariffs without a plan, which we're paying more money for in the grocery store, is Biden's fault. The Epstein files issue is Biden's fault. Oh, yeah, and don't forget Obama and Hillary Clinton. Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton's fault, too. And it's a hoax. And inflation's a Democratic hoax now, apparently. Okay. So, you know, the dismantling of our government and institutions and allowing foreign billionaires to set the budget and basically effectively cut and destroy the government for their own gain, giving tax breaks to billionaires, shaking hands and inviting um, adversaries to America were effectively terrorists, pardoning criminals, and all these terrible things that he did. Though tearing down the West Wing for his ballroom project, all this stuff, and the American people's perception of him is negative. So his flailing poll numbers, his slippage of support, that's all Biden's fault, apparently. Like, this guy can't take responsibility for 2 minutes on anything. Amazing. Biden's fault. Everything went wrong is Biden's fault. Biden's fault. I love it. Don't get me wrong, Biden wasn't perfect either. But come on, dude. You've been in office for a year. You had a chance to make things right. You have trifecta power right now. You have a Republican Senate, a Republican House. You guys claim you can do things better. We ain't seeing the results. By the way, if they're so worried about losing re-election, they might want to start by going back to Washington and governing instead of taking 2-month recesses at a time, thinking that they don't have to answer to the American people at all or show up or do anything. Like, it's a cesspool right now in Washington. Mr. Drain the Swamp. He ain't draining nothing. He's filling that swamp up. And the results show for themselves. The American people are obviously not happy with it. Because who really is? Who is really okay with this? So to me, it's just, it's laughable. It's so laughable. I can't even, it's just nonsense. You know, um, again, there's a silver lining in all this. It's waking a lot of people up. We're seeing through the BS. And, people want change. They want to shake up. I get it. This guy wasn't it. You guys figured that out. So the thing is, we got to be really informed about who we vote for, how we vote, and really pay attention to the issues. And that's why I said it's important for people to form a value system and actually support policies, reforms, and proposals. And if there's anything I put more hope in than just voting for a politician, it's ballot initiatives. Ballot initiatives. Ballot initiatives speak for themselves because people's politics are all over the place. But the one thing that's funny about it is when you put certain ballot initiatives on the ballot, people overwhelmingly vote for them. And they're actually pretty progressive issues. So, legalizing marijuana, most people would vote for that. And they have, even in solid red states. Raising the minimum wage, voted for that, even in solid red states. Voted to unionize, even in solid red states. Voted to expand health care, even in solid red states. Voted to allow expansion of women's health care and keep abortion legal, even passed in red states. So, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like most people agree with those issues, so I find it funny that they are so politically toxic when it's tied to a politician. But again, people are people, I guess. It's a complicated, messy issue here, but I mean, politics set aside, you put a value on paper, people support it. So maybe that's the guide we should go by. You know, people powered initiatives. And yeah, I tie aside from tying that to just a politician, because apparently politics divide people, but the issues don't, which is funny. But yeah, I just want to state that the clown show, the Biden's fault clown show, it is what it is. But I have to say that about this current president, he has to take responsibility for his own behavior. And he has to remember, he's the guy in charge. He's going to get blamed when things don't go right, just like any other president. And he did, I know he forgot, but he did dismantle and took over 400 executive orders to overturn everything Biden did. Okay, I want to remind people of that. Mr. President, you did that. So you can't blame Biden because you effectively did the opposite of everything Biden did. You took all the stuff he did away. So we're seeing the fruits of that, and it's not looking good. It is what it is. Remains to be seen what's going to happen in the next year, but I feel like it's not going to be great. All right, y'all. See you later. Have a great day. Bye.